Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and my attitude has gotten so much better since the last time I tried to make this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. So in the last video, what I was saying was, this is Rodney, and this is Love and Hip Hop Huntsville review. And as I said it, I was like, you know what? It's so crazy because I wonder what this is Love and Marriage Huntsville. Carlos done took done took himself down to own network and girl turned that lady's network upside down. I'm not gonna put it all on Carlos's shoulders, but I do wonder what Oprah thinks about the direction that OWN has went into. Like when I think about when Oprah first started this network, I remember it was supposed to be about, you know, positivity and, you know, finding yourself and, you know, being true to who you are and, you know, living your best life and about being spiritual and, you know, all this good stuff. And now it's like, girl, the complete opposite. I guess Oprah had to get on board. You know, but I don't think she owns. I think she sold OWN. Now, honey, the girls is tussling. Girl, all down in Huntsville, Alabama on hot concrete. Girl, Martel and Marcel down there fighting in front of that lady's business. What's it called? Girl, Monday, Madani, girl, Melody, girl, Moose. I don't know, child. And then you got Destiny down here fighting the other day with her shoes off on TV in a bondage skirt. And then, girl, when you look at the other reality TV shows, it's pretty much trash, struggle, black love. All the same show, just different titles. I wonder what Oprah think about that. Cause honey, girl, this, what you had in mind, girl, they threw that out the window. Girl, put it in front of a 18-wheeler, ran over it, put it back in reverse, ran over it again, put it back in reverse, ran over it again, honey, and then threw it in the ocean. And girl, we ain't heard about it ever since. Anyways, girl, sometimes stuff don't work out the way you think it's gonna work out. Sometimes you got to change. Sometimes you might have to go against what you said you was gonna do. What honey boo boo said? $1 make me holler. Shout out to honey boo boo. Anyway, so Kiki and Tisha. Kiki and Tisha, you know, they are giving each other fakeness. You know, they're basically fake pleasantries, right? Kiki lets Tisha know that she called her. Tisha responds and tells her that she didn't, that she did not get the phone call, which of course she did. And then she follows and says, I'm not talking to you anyways. Listen, this is what it comes down to with Kiki and Tisha. It's time for Love and Marriage season 4 to wrap it up. Because I'm tired of talking about Destiny and Tisha. Marcel ain't got nothing going on. I mean, Martel ain't got nothing going on. I feel like, girl, Kiki and Tisha, that's ran its course. They ain't cool no more. It is what it is. Like, girl, it's time for season 5, right? But Kiki, I mean, there's really nothing else to say. I feel like I've already said what I needed to say, but I guess since it was in this episode, we're gonna talk about it. Kiki, girl, at the end of the day, yes, now I do believe, because at first I said I didn't believe it. Yes, I do now believe, once one of you broke it down in the comment section, that Tisha and Marcel were definitely laughing at Kiki. They were laughing at Kiki about Kiki's personal business with Martel and Melody, right? And, you know, Kiki knows this, but you want to be cool and go to the woman's house who was not laughing with you, but was laughing at you with your cousin and her husband. Girl, make it make sense, Kiki. I understand that you probably hold Tisha and Marcel to a higher standard. Girl, the truth of the matter is, girl, while yes, I probably would have been fooling with Tisha and Marcel, I wouldn't have been fooling with Martel and Melody either, right? But the gag is, you and Tisha talked about this. Tisha said something about 5 or 10 years ago. I was like, girl, I thought y'all said it was 4 or 5 years ago. We just gonna go with 4 or 5 years. I'm not about to try to figure it out. Girl, y'all already talked about this. You clearly forgave Tisha. I'm assuming that Tisha held up her end of the bargain by not talking about Kiki anymore, because if she had any type of evidence or proof that Tisha had been talking about her, she would have pulled something out of her hat instead of having to go back 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So Tisha did what she was supposed to do. You know, when they say but change behavior is the best apology. Tisha apologized. Girl, I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably, I was being messy. It'll never happen again. Please forgive me. Okay, cousin, I forgive you. You forgave her, and now we're talking about this 5 years later. Marcel, sounding dumb. Y'all gonna have to make me understand this. What does it mean? What did it mean when Marcel said, just because it's your business doesn't mean it's your personal business? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and try and I'm gonna try to defend Marcel. I think Marcel meant what he was trying to say was, while yes, it was your personal business, I felt like in this situation, because of what was going to happen or what could have happened, it was my obligation to make sure that these people knew before you entered their home. Maybe that's what he meant, right? Is that what he meant? Because, girl, my business is my personal business, okay? Maybe he meant to say that I didn't think it was that deep. So basically, Kiki told Tisha, Tisha told Marcel, and Marcel, I guess, is the one that told them. I don't think, he said that he's the one who told the information. Kiki says that she doesn't tell her husband everything. I mean, listen, this is what it comes down to. I don't know how, relationships work, but the two messiest people alive are a husband and a wife. Y'all know y'all be messy. Y'all tell each other everybody business. All that goddamn pillow talk y'all probably be having. Man, guess what happened? Mark cheating on Keisha, right? Babe, guess what happened? Remember Tiffany at the job? Why she fucking Anthony from the second floor? And she pregnant, she don't know who baby it is? Telling everybody business, right? So it's not too, I'm not saying that Tisha is right, but I'm not saying Tisha is wrong either. Like, that's what people do in relationships. They tell each other other people's business. Yes, I get that Tisha, that's her cousin, or once upon a time was like, her cousin, that was her sister. But girl, that's her husband. And people tell their husbands and wives, girl, everybody's business, including family members. I think I'm at the point now where if I don't want anybody to know anything, girl, I'm just not gonna tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna I'm trying not to give I even use my sister as an example. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm gonna use my sister as an example. Like, my sister married. If I feel like my sister gonna tell her husband something that I don't want, my brother-in-law to know, I'm not gonna tell my sister. Cause I don't know. I don't know. I ain't saying nothing. That's all right. Cause you gonna tell him. I ain't gonna tell you. You will. Anyways. Um. They start arguing, girl. Miss Wanda, she step in. She thinks that it's wrong for Kiki to bring drama to her event. Girl, now this is the messiest. Now, Miss Wanda is probably the messiest woman on TV since 2019. When did she step foot on TV? Miss Wanda took the baton of messy, and girl, she ran with it. I said, Miss Wanda got some nerve talking about somebody coming to somebody's event. Girl, starting shit. As much shit as she done started. And then walked out the building skipping and laughing pretty much. Anyways. Marcel tells Kiki that the whole Huntsville knew. Kiki says, I don't give a F what Huntsville think they knew. I knew what y'all asses knew. Girl, all I know is this is when the shit really was about to hit the fan. I don't know what, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Y'all said Kiki is a professor. I don't know, so I'm going to call Kiki Professor Kiki until we find out different. I don't know what Professor Kiki knew, but I do know this. Professor Kiki knew something. Now, Professor Kiki is messy, okay? And yes, she did bring some shit up from 5 years ago. That girl, she just wanted to be on the show. I don't care what nobody say. Some of y'all gonna get in the comment section and say, oh, she was supposed to be on the show at first. Carlos wanted her, but girl, she wasn't. And she ain't, okay? So I feel like Kiki just want to be on the show. So Kiki had to pull something out of her bag a bag of tricks, right? But I think whatever she was about to hit Marcel with, girl, it was going to be some real tea. You see how Marcel got to shaking the table? Bitch, Marcel was like, do it! Do it! I want you to do it. Well, turn this motherfucker upside down. Baby, I wanted Kiki to do it. Because I was ready for them to turn that fucker upside down. Now, I'm just watching it as a viewer. Okay? So I want the mess to happen. Okay? Kiki, say it! Kiki, say it! And Marcel, you better wear her out. Okay? And Kiki, you better come back and wear his ass back again. Whatever it was, Marcel made sure. Because Marcel was pretty much mute the whole time. Right? He cursed out Bernard, which I'm going to talk about. He cursed out Bernard. You know, you could tell, I'm going to say this, you could tell that he really, restrains himself when it comes to Wanda. Because he said Bernard reminds him of Wanda. But he ain't never cursed at Wanda like he cursed at Bernard. Bernard is a whole man. That's why he getting it. And on top of that, Wanda is a woman and that's Tisha's mama. So, girl, shout out to Marcel for not cursing out Wanda. Because quiet as it's kept, as trifling as Marcel is, it's been a couple of times Marcel could have cussed out Wanda. I don't care what nobody got to say. But yeah, I wanted to know what was about to happen because Marcel was pretty much quiet the whole time until Kiki was about to shake up the room. Did y'all catch that? Marcel wasn't pretty much saying nothing. It wasn't until Kiki was about to shake the table. And whatever she was about to say, Marcel got nervous. And then he let her know, you go ahead and say it and see when I be on your ass. I ain't gonna be the only one getting a divorce. Yes. I said, oh baby, they going at it tonight. I was here for it. And you saw how everybody kept trying to grab on Kiki. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Tisha was crying. I felt bad for Tisha. Because out of the 4 years that Tisha has been on this show, I don't think I can't remember, it's been a lot of episodes. I don't remember Tisha ever like breaking down like this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was fake. I honestly think that Tisha was hurt. I think Tisha was hurt. I think she was pissed off, right? She was really, really crying. A part of me feels with Kiki probably knowing some type of information, I also feel like she probably twisted the conversation that her and Tisha had about, I guess, spouses cheating. But the other part of me feels like, girl, I could see them as sisters, cousins, before Love and Marriage, Huntsville even was created, started. I could see, you having conversation, or Tisha having conversation with Kiki about, cheating husbands, or maybe if Marcel, she had some type of feeling that Marcel was, I could see that type of conversation being had between Kiki and Tisha. But on the flip side, I could see Tisha also flipping the conversation. Or probably not remembering what exactly happened and saying that this happened and, Anyways, girl, Destiny and Kimmy. Destiny, girl, y'all know, this is the thing. I just try to call stuff for what it is. Destiny girl, girl, I almost told her to shut up. Like Destiny, I don't think that I think that a lot of people know that when you say the word sweetie to someone, especially if you're arguing or even if you're not arguing at that moment, there's some type of beef. The tension is high in the room. So saying stuff like sweetie and love and girl and, words like that can take a situation to another level, right? So even if you have called Stormy sweetie in past conversations, that it wasn't the context. It's the context, right? Like, girl. So I don't know why Destiny is acting slow, because she ain't slow and she ain't dumb and she ain't stupid. So I don't know why she's acting slow all of a sudden, acting like she doesn't understand why Stormy got upset or why she was bothered. Um, she basically said her and Stormy have talked before, and basically said that Stormy hasn't had an issue with her calling her sweetie before, girl. And again, girl, this wasn't, girl. I'm not. We not. I'm not. We know what this is about. Let's go. Let's go. Tiffany and Louis. Um, I don't know what the fuck Tiffany was talking about. Girl, Tiffany, do you think you gonna get home? Like at first, I felt like Tiffany was trying to make it seem as though if she searched for her father and they found out that her father had a biracial child, that they would hang. I mean, girl, they still hanging people now. But I think that's the way that's the way that Tiffany. I felt like that's how Tiffany was trying to make it seem. But I was so in and out of her and Louis, the conversation they had. Like even when Tiffany walked in and she basically was talking about how they hadn't really talked since she got back and it was a long trip. You know what? This is what I wanted to do before I got on. Let's see how far Utah, Alabama is from Huntsville, Alabama. Because girl, I feel like that's right up the street. And why I think that it's right up the street is because they didn't bring no clothes. I didn't hear nothing about spending the night or driving to the next town to get a hotel to drive back the next day because we've been on the road all day. I didn't hear nobody say none of that, okay? So let's see how far Huntsville, Alabama is from Utah. Huntsville is 10 hours away. I did not know Huntsville, the population was over 200,000. I thought Huntsville this entire time was about 30,000 people. So Huntsville really isn't too small, right? I mean, it's small if you compare it to like a New York or Houston or Chicago, right? Utah. 2 hours and 39 minutes is the fastest route. 3 hours and 4 minutes is the next, and then 3 hours and 2 minutes. Tiffany, get off my screen. Girl, so she come in talking about, you looking good. I love the fact that she's attracted to her husband. That's so cute. You didn't ask me about the trip. And then he was like, well, now is a good time. Why don't you have a seat? I felt like the conversation was like a conversation that would happen between two people who, I don't know, like homeboys, like, oh, why don't you have a seat? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching with, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching. I think I'm over the season. I think I'm ready for the season to end. Martel meets up with his manager. He says that the sweet wed wine is, I guess, some type of legacy for his grandmother. I thought he said he came up with the wine because him and Melody used to drink red wine. He did say that the name of the wine was his grandmother. So maybe that's what he meant. Okay, whatever, girl. Um, Tisha and Marcel. Marcel don't want to get the truck for. They meet up at they go to a coffee shop. But that car was nice. Girl, where is Marcel going in Huntsville with that car? Girl, I'm not saying people in Huntsville don't deserve nice stuff, but I just wonder, like, when you drive around Huntsville, like, where is you going? Girl, where is you going with your doors opening up like that, Marcel? Maybe I sound like a hater. Marcel deserves nice stuff, even though his ass ain't shit. Okay, he probably got it on Tisha credit, cause I heard. Cause quiet just kept allegedly, girl. That's how y'all got the business started with Tisha's credit. Cause they said your shit is shot to hell, Marcel. Or at least it was allegedly. I don't know. Anyways, basically, I'm with him when it comes to that food truck. Miss Wanda don't care about that food truck because she don't care about the money that goes into the food truck because she not coming out of pocket. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's not a problem for her to go to a junkyard and say, I want this. We can just fix it up. But you ain't got no money. I'm sorry, I don't blame myself for not wanting to put any type of money into Wanda's business. I don't. I don't think Wanda really knows how to run a business, that food truck. I don't think she knows what it takes to run a food truck. I don't think she has the money to run a food truck. Well, clearly she doesn't. Excuse me. They basically, Tisha tells Marcel, if I ask you a serious question, I need you to give me a serious answer. Marcel tells Tisha, don't bring me in. And then Marcel said, well, I would like to tell you that he said that he could do that. After Tisha told him, when I ask you a serious question, I need a serious answer. He said, okay, I can do that. He said, well, in return, I want you not to ask me anything disrespectful. And so he gave an example. And he said, like, you basically asking me about taking wine to Melody's house. That's disrespectful to my character. Now listen, one thing about it, two things for sure. I might not remember a lot of shit, but I remember some shit. Marcel is not actually disrespectful to your character. It's right on cue. Okay? It's right on par. It's right on that level. It's your character. I don't think that, let me say this, and I really do mean this. And maybe I am a little naive when it comes to this group. I really don't think, when I look at this group of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, I'm not saying that there are people in the group, like, I don't think that they're blind. I don't think that they look at Melody and, I'm not saying that everybody thinks Melody is attractive, but Melody is a very attractive woman. So, well, to me, I'm almost sure that they can look at Melody and think that Melody is bad. So I don't think they're blind, but I don't see them. Like, I really don't see Marcel trying to fool with Melody. I really don't. So even if Martel took a bottle of wine to Melody's house, I don't think that would be a problem because it's not like he's went to the grocery store and thought about Melody. Girl, he's taken a bottle of wine that's his wine. That's his business. And girl, as far as I'm concerned, he could have just been taking a wine to Melody. Oh, try this. Tell your tell your followers on YouTube or on Instagram for me, right? But the thing to me that now I'm done defending Marcel. Girl, Marcel. I don't know why you trying to act like you're more bothered that Tisha would ask about you taking a bottle of wine to Tisha when you already told us that when Martel and Melody, took a bottle of wine to Melody. When you already told us that when Martel and Melody got into an argument years ago, I think he said he called Melody to go have a drink or something like that. Or they went and had a drink because I guess he was trying to calm Melody down. Is that what happened? Now, I don't want to be on my channel making up lies. You know that's not how I operate over here. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I feel like they said that before. That when Melody and Martel got into it, Marcel called Melody to see if she was okay. And so was like, let's just go have a drink just so you could talk about it. So what I'm trying to say is, if y'all ask to go out and have a drink, you see what I'm saying? Then it's not too far-fetched that you would take a bottle of wine to a bitch house. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say, y'all? If you will go out and have a drink with a woman, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this because I don't know no other way to put it. If you're going to go out and have a drink with an attractive woman like Melody, girl, there is a chance that people will be like, girl, you know Marcel and Melody was out having drinks. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know why you think all of a sudden it's disrespectful to your character that you would take her a bottle of wine. Nigga, if you would go out and have a cocktail with her, you would take a bottle of your fucking wine that you own. Y'all gonna stop playing in my motherfucking face. Disrespectful to my character. No, it's not. Marcel, have you seen what you have? This is the thing about Marcel. I want Marcel to go back. And I want him to watch every episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I want Marcel to really, really sit back and be honest with himself and say that us, the viewers, don't have a good enough reason to think that he is an ain't shit nigga. Because based off what Marcel has portrayed on TV since season 1, Mel and Kimmy, this is what it comes down to. She checked on that. Kimmy basically was happy that Melody checked on Destiny that night, or she felt. I'm not gonna say she was happy. She felt like, you know, girl, you say you hate her, but you went and checked on her. You know, does that mean that your friendship, or I guess a relationship, could be moving into a different direction? This is the thing. Melody says, no, that's just my character. If nobody really has, you know, basically saying Destiny really hasn't done anything to me like that to the point where I couldn't go check on her and see if she was okay. And that's the whole thing that I've been saying this whole time. Like in real life, up until that reunion, and I'm going to keep saying this, up until that reunion, nobody knew that Melody considered Tisha an enemy. It was not, and I want y'all to think about what I'm saying, because some of y'all be getting in my comment section acting like y'all slow. And I know y'all ain't slow. Y'all just be wanting to argue with me. Okay? What I'm saying is this. Up until that reunion, no one thought that Melody considered Tisha an enemy. Did people think they were BFFs? No. But no one thought that she was an enemy. It wasn't until directly after, y'all listening, the reunion, right? That same night, where Melody was pissed off about what had just transpired on stage. All Melody heard was, and she was still pissed off at Tisha. All Melody heard was Tisha's voice and Destiny's voice. And she heard her name. And she said y'all were saying something negative and y'all were talking about me. But she can't say what they said. Quiet as it's kept, you don't know what they said. You just heard your name. You don't know if they were saying you was a bad bitch. You don't know if they were saying you was the baddest bitch on stage. You just heard Melody. And because you were so pissed off about what had just happened on the stage, you were just like, girl, you met talking to my enemy. Fuck you. I'm done with you. So now we fast forward all the way to this. And now she's saying that she really hasn't done anything to me to the point where I can't come and check on her. Exactly. Instead of you just saying, girl, Destiny, I don't want to fool with you because you friends with Martel and I can't stand the ground that nigga walk on. I'm sorry. I maybe one day, once, you know, I feel like I can trust people who may be friends with Martel, but right now, I don't trust anybody who's associated with Martel because of X, Y, and Z. She just won't say that. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Like, I get that Melody doesn't want to be friends with Destiny, but I feel like her reasoning of saying what that she's done with Destiny, it doesn't make sense. And maybe I can't tell anybody what to say, but based off the timeline, I just feel like, girl, you really have no reason to be mad at Destiny. And truth of the matter is, girl, as much as I want Destiny and Melody, girl, the relationship, girl, we ain't got to talk about Melody and Destiny's friendship anymore, girl. The truth of the matter is, Destiny, girl, was, even though she was Martel's friend first, girl, she had your back more than she had Martel's. Everybody who watched last season saw that. I don't think she ever called your ass out on shit you was doing. She was always on Martel's ass. Anyways, I'm done, girl. I'm ready for the season to end. It took everything for me to get through this review. Girl, for real, for real. I don't want to hear about that food truck no more. I don't want to hear about Kiki. Let's get to the reunion. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.